So let's start by rolling the shoulders. Deep breath into the nose, out the mouth. Make sure they're the whole way around, big circles. And change direction. Three, two, one. Drop the head, circle around. You get to the front, change direction, bring it back. Moving as much as you can, all the way around your neck and all the way back. Okay, one more each direction. From there, we're going to go hands on the hips, feet shoulder apart, and then in a little circle. When we get to front, change direction, bring it back. Again, moving through the hips as much as you can. And we'll go one more direction. From then, feet together, all the way around the circle, and all the way back from our knees. Try to keep our back straight as well. Hands on knees, back straight. Four, three, two, and one. And we finish off there. Just out with the toes, around our ankle, and back. And change the opposite. And back. Four, three, two, and one. Okay, let's start by putting one hand behind the back. You're going to bring the other hand to the opposite side of your head, and you're just going to put it slightly to the side. So we're going to feel a stretch down the top of our neck here, kind of into the top of our shoulder, and just get that first little bit of stretch. You feel a little bit of bind, a little bit of push back from the muscle, and just hold it there. Don't force it, just lightly stretch. From there, if you can inhale, exhale, see if you can bring it a little bit closer, a little bit further. And just stretching across the top of the shoulder, into the neck. And we're going to go once more. And let it go. Shake it out. We're going to bring it to the opposite side. So opposite hand comes back. Hand comes to the opposite outside of the head. And just pull it again to the first little area of bind. And again, can you come a little bit further? And again, see if you come a little bit further. If you can't, don't worry. And let it go, shake it out. We're going to bring one arm across the body, hook in. Just make sure we're not on your elbow, so either side of the elbow. And just again, pull in towards yourself. Slightly stretching here. Opening up our shoulders. If you feel you can, pull it a little bit closer. Again, can you come a little closer? Let it go. Opposite side. Cross. Again, just pull in. Again, can you come a little closer? And pull in a little bit closer. Let it go. Shake it out. Okay. Gonna bring one arm over the back of the head. Yeah, we're just gonna push down. Just push down as far as you can down your back, keeping your head up. Then from there, bring the other hand around, and if you can, reach together and hold hands, and if not, just push them as close together as you can up. You might find with these on one side you can do it, one side you can't, or one side's easier. This I find harder than the other side. Yeah, we're just holding. If your hands aren't together, you can see if you can push them a little closer together. If not, don't worry. Let it go. Opposite side. So first we're going to start by just pushing the head down. Pushing the hand down, sorry, keeping the head up. And then again, we bring the opposite one around and see if we can hold hands. So this one's easier for me. One side will probably be easier than the other. Four, three, two, one. Let it go. Right, last one here. We're going to bring one hand out in front of us and bend at the elbow. Bring the other hand underneath it and see if you can wrap around to hold hands. So this is known as eagle arms, I think, in yoga. Where again, we're stretching out our shoulders. So if you can, do that and then hold it there. If you feel comfortable, lift it a bit higher. If you don't worry. And again, if you can, lift a little higher. Let it go. And then we'll swap to the other side again, wrap around as far as you can. You might find one side is easier than the other. Don't worry if that happens. And again, just if you can, lift it up a little bit. Again, a little higher if you can. Three, two, one, and let it go. Shake it out. Okay, let's come down to the mat. We're going to go into our box position, so make sure we have a straight line from our shoulder to our wrist and our hip to our knee. And from there, we're going to drop the head, tuck our hips, push it back up towards the ceiling, and untuck and come back out and look up. Just lift as high as you can and then looking back up. Imagine there's a string in the middle of your back. Just bring it right up as high as you can and back and looking up. And do 4 more. 2, 3. Once more. Okay, from there, we're going to take one hand and we're going to lift up towards the ceiling, rotate up, and then just reach through as far as you can, very slowly, all the way up, reach through. Rotate as far as you can, all the way. See if you can go a little further each time. If you can't, don't worry. For 4, 3, 2, one more. We're going to go back to the other, we're going to go to the other side, so up, reach through. All the way around, and back. For 4, 3, 2, one more, and back. Okay, from there, let's just sit back onto the heels and do a little child's pose. Put our hands nice forward, stretching out that back. Let's walk our hands over one side. Bring it back to center. And to the other side. And bring it back to center. Okay, I'm going to walk back up. We're actually going to sit down now. Sitting onto our bum. And we're going to bring our legs out into a straddle position, so legs are wide. And from there, we're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to stretch the inside of our thighs. So just walk as far forward as you can. Make sure as well that you can keep your toes pointed towards the ceiling while doing this. Can you walk your hands out a little bit further? Bring your forehead closer to the mat. Okay, walk a little further again. From there, you bring your hands, walk your hands over to one leg. Just reach as far down the leg as you can. Don't worry where that is. Again, making sure those toes are still pointing towards the ceiling. Just reaching as far down as you can. Then we'll bring it back to center. And we're going to walk it over to the other side. Again, just as far as you can, as far as it's comfortable for you. If after a few breaths you feel you can reach a little bit further, do. If not, just stay where you are. Now bring it back to center. Bring our feet together and straight out in front of us. We're going to tuck one leg into the inside of the opposite thigh. So your foot comes up to your thigh. From there, we're going to inhale and exhale, falling forward. Just again, coming as long down that foot as we can. And keep your toe pointed towards the ceiling if you're not reaching that far. Don't worry where you are reaching on this. Don't force it. You want to just Get a nice stretch in the back of the hamstring. If you can, go a little bit further. And then again, you can go a bit further too. And from there, you're going to inhale, exhale, come back up. We're going to straighten out that leg. Pop the other one instead. And again, same thing. Going to inhale, exhale, come a little bit further. Go as far as you can down the leg. Just like with the other exercise, you might find that one side is easier than the other. For me, it's this side. Move yourself a little bit further too. And again, can go a little bit further. And inhale, exhale, come back up. We're going to swap over again. So we're going to bring, this time we're going to bend our knee and walk the foot across the opposite side. So it's outside of the opposite knee. And then from there, you're going to inhale and hold here. Or if you can get your elbow inside, inhale, exhale, looking over the back shoulder. Just where it's comfortable to you though, get a little twist into our spine. If you can, walk it a little bit further. And inhale, exhale, come back around. You're going to let that out again. Bring the other one up and outside. And then again, grab, if you can, hook or get your elbow out the other side and then just twist around. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Looking over the back shoulder. You can go a little bit further too. If not, just stay where you are. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back around. Okay. I'm going to lie flat here. So again, we're going to bring one leg up and pull it across the opposite side. With the hand of the leg that's twisted around, we're going to reach down to the floor and keep the shoulder into the floor. Then we're going to look over in the direction the leg is moving. A little twist here. We'll also get a bit of a stretch into the front of our shoulder and our chest. If you want to make that stretch easier, you bring your hand lower. And if you want to more intense into the stretch, bring your hand higher. But keep that shoulder flat into the ground. And bring it back around. Let it go. Other side, we pull across, flatten. Our hand, and we look the direction. We're twisting. Again, if you want to make that stretch a little bit harder, lift the hand up slightly. Keep the shoulder in contact with the mat. Three, 2, 1. Let it go. Back around. Okay. We're going to flip over back to our box position. Then do a little glute stretch. We'll start in our box position. We're going to lift one leg up, turn it around to facing the opposite wrist. If you can turn it as far as you can, do. If you can only keep it straight a little bit, do. And then you're just going to slide your back leg back. We're going to pigeon position. From there, if you can, come down onto your forearms. And from there, you're comfortable to do so. Walk your hands out fully and bring your forward to the mat. Remember, keep breathing the whole time as well. And we're going to come back up onto the forearms. And then again, if you can, back up. I'm going to tuck the toe, stand up, and bring yourself back into the box position. From there, let's slide the opposite one up. Turn the toes as much as you can. Slide back. And again, we're going to start up on the palms of the hands. From there, if you can, down onto the forearms. And if you can, walk the hands out forward to the mat. From there, let's come back to our forearms. We're going to bring back up onto the palms of the hands and then lift up and back into our box position. Right, from there, let's tuck our toes and push forward towards the ceiling, into the downward dog position. We'll stretch out our back, stretch out our hamstrings a little bit. Forward towards the ceiling. If you need to slightly bend your knees, do. From there, you can push the heels, pedal the feet a little bit if you want. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop back down to the knees. And we're actually going to step 1 foot back and push the heel towards the floor. This should feel stretch in your calf, which is your lower muscle at the back of your leg. So from the knee down, pushing back. If you want now, you can move that back and forward a little bit. Try and keep it nice and controlled, nice and calm. Really lightly stretching through. Three, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Swap to the other side. Yeah, we're just going to push it into that stretch first. Feel it open up slightly. Before we start moving it, we just want to get it used to the fact of stretching. Down. Go again, rock back and forth slightly. Pushing into that stretch. Four, 3, 2, and from there, let's come onto the knees. We're going to bring one leg forward, one leg back. Squeeze our glute from behind. I'm just going to push that knee forward over the toe as much as comfortable while keeping our foot flat on the ground. You want to make sure foot stays flat. If you can keep your foot flat while pushing the knee over your toe, don't push your knee any further forward. From there, let's inhale, and as we exhale, let's sit back to the back leg, point the toe towards the ceiling. Stretching out the back of the leg now. And keep a slight bend in your knee as well. We're going to inhale, exhale, bring it back forward again. Squeezing that glute, holding it nice and open. And then inhale, exhale, bring it back. Toe points to the ceiling. And then once more, inhale, exhale, come back to here. We're going to come back up. So it should be a 90-degree now from knee to ankle. You're going to rotate your back leg back and walk out that foot as much as you can, getting a stretch on the inside of the leg. And then if you can, turn your toe up towards the ceiling. That'll intensify the stretching here a little bit as well. And just letting that open up. Don't force it. Whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, from there, we'll bring it back in and we're going to change around. Opposite foot is going forward. Squeezing the glute, opening up front of that hip. Again, we're pushing that knee over the toe if we can. Keeping our upper body upright as well. From there, step back onto the heel again. Toe points to the ceiling. And inhale, exhale, bring it forward again. Pushing that knee forward. Squeezing your glute from behind to support it. And sit back again once more. I feel that stretching the back of the leg. And let's bring it back once more. And again, we're going to pivot that up, that back leg. We'll walk out as much as we can with our front leg. And then twist the toe up towards the ceiling. If you're not comfortable twisting toe up the ceiling, you don't have to, but it'll just intensify the stretch a little bit more if you feel comfortable doing so. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's walk it in and stand up from there. We're going to interlock fingers behind the back, the shoulder blades together, and just lift up as high as we can. Keeping your head up. From there, let's swap it over. Push shoulder blades as far apart as you can. We're going to keep the head down. From there, we'll lift right up towards the ceiling, push up towards the ceiling. Lean over to one side. Bring it back to center. And out to the other side. Back to center, let it go, and up. Well done today.